Now broadcasting, just need to see it come up here. Can't believe it. An ad on our own stream. But we should be live. I can't hear myself yet, but hopefully I'm coming through. Turning it up. Hello. Yep. An ad. Okay, that's me.
We good?
Checking. Yep, we're good. Hello. Yep, we got people coming in. Welcome to the Bronze Tacos Mild Tier Round 1 match, Nebula versus Zulus. I'm Swirling Crow on the cams tonight, and I'm joined by Shady Boy 76.
Gotta make sure you add the 76, or it's not really me.
Yeah, it's pretty important. Looks like we've got everything set up here. We got it ready from one of the teams. Just waiting for the other one. Thought I saw them typing for a second, but this should be ready soon.
And this is looking to be a very interesting game to finish out round 1. FE Zulus, a lot of new faces on their team. If you'll recognize, a couple of them played in mild tier last season. People like Mo Black, Atcat, me, Token Bwit. The rest of their team, though, relatively new. So as we're jumping in here to Nepal, and same with Nebula, a few new faces on them. Of course, playing for the BT Championship 2 seasons ago, last season, still had a pretty solid team. This should be a very interesting series. Any predictions here, Crow, before we jump into the first map?
Predictions? Well, I'm still used to the Nebula from 2 seasons ago, and with Sidomia coming back into the mild tier because of the SR cap raise, I'm hopefully looking to see them have a stronger showing this season than the previous one. They've also got Cypher Lily this time, used to be on Brittany Tears, looking to show her DPS prowess here for Nebula now.
I'm interested to see Cypher. Of course, she is a very good support and a scary Pharah.
Showing me the soldier for a second there. Cypher's actually going to be playing the support, on the BAP. Still sort of the same thing, but, a little bit different. Got that broken immortality field to use.
Nebula going with a very classic double shield comp with that extra spam with the Junkrat, and on the side of EZ it's going to be the Rein Zarya with a Sim Doomfist. Of course the Bap Lucios. Both teams going to meet above the pit here, as it looks like Stroh's just wanting to go head on in, and so is Bulky. They're both wanting to take the fight to Nebula. Tiger going to find Token Bwit though, and that's a lot of the healing gone for EZ already, as Twinkie on the Doomfist trying to put in some work and find a pick. As a nice disengage here from EZ to make sure they all stay topped up. Twinkie with some nice disruption, as EZ rotating to the point here and gonna make Nebula fight them on point. That's not where they want to be, but Cypher and Side, Chicky, Tiger, everybody finding final blows for Nebula, and that's gonna be a 1 fight. The double shield comp taking the rush to the rush comp.
Very good start here from Nebula. They're starting to remind me of the Nebula from 2 seasons ago. They've got that Junkrat there. Sidomia is still there launching his own explosives.
Just playing a different kind of projectile.
Yeah,
as
I like
Twinkie
getting
going
the
off
pick.
on this play. That's a huge pick. Nice opening pick there for Alexi, as it's going to force EZ to play a little bit slow here and wait for their Junkrat to get back. That's a big source of damage gone. Twinkie coming up on that Meteor Strike. If Bulky can get that grab charge, we could see the Space Jam, as it looks like EZ going to wrap around and try to go behind Nebula. Chicky, very wise to it though, putting some pressure on that little room.
Yeah,
not where you
Nebula's
want to
ready.
be when the other team has a Junkrat. They are.
Oh!
And Stro tries to pin in and gets deleted. And the Flux coming out, it's huge. 3 up, 3 slammed. Bulky goes down. Mo and Token Bwit gonna just back out. Twinkie tried to get a pick with the Meteor Strike, didn't find anything. Still in there, does find Cypher, so that's a big chunk of the healing gone for Nebula. But they're gonna get the cleanup and secure this point. But I mean, EZ, if they can come back quick, they can get a really good fight here with Cypher gone.
Yeah, and just briefly, we've been joined by Big Sam. He just stepped in to help us with the casting a little bit. We'll have to see if, if his voice is coming through. If chat can let us know if Big Sam can be heard, that would be really helpful. We do have a fight happening here. Bongo's down.
As EZ has gone over to a pseudo dive comp with a Junkrat, as Token Bwit gonna get deleted by Tiger again. The window coming out, they've kind of switched points here, as Nebula's playing with her back toward EZ's spawn, but the window doing its job, so is the Bongo. As it's up to AtCat to try to stall this out and wait for her team to get back. Not gonna happen though. Chicky with the Helix Rocket finds the pick. As Strozel gonna play for the touch, dives in on the Winston, not gonna last long. That bubble instantly deleted and gone. Token Bwit gonna touch on the Moira. Not long for this world though. Psy with the orbs, and Twinkie gonna just stagger on the Tac Visor, finding the pick. As the beat is popped by AtCat, and EZ gonna try to just stall this out. The tire getting popped by Alexi though, see if she can find anything with it. Gonna go to the spawn, find Stro, the picks coming in for Nebula, or for EZ, but it's not gonna be enough. As Alexi finding someone with the tire, then the total mayhem. Helen with the boot kill on Bulky. First point goes to Nebula.
I thought the Riptide was going to kill the Lucio right there instead of going towards the spawn. But I was from Alexi, but I was fooled by that. But good point, good pick, getting the main tank. And you gotta be aware of the passive, of the mines that drop, and you gotta be aware of that surrounding. I mean, that's what, and that count, like, I'm not sure, didn't realize it or what, but that's what happened. But
absolutely,
looks like Nebula's up 1-0 in the best of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So far in the controlled maps. So we are going to go double shield versus brawl.
Yep, double shield versus the classic brawl, and I agree with you, Crow. I think this is looking like the Nebula of old, at least if that first point is anything to go by. Is Nebula just gonna rush point, want to take it immediately? Both teams meeting on the far side of the point. Alexi already down, Cap finding her with a boot kill. Bro gonna find the pick onto Tiger. It's trades both sides though.
Looking good for
it looks like
EPs.
EZ's gonna come out on top, as it's just Cypher trying to stall. Does find the melee kill onto Cap, but Cypher just gonna back out. Quick point win for EZ. What do you want to see Nebula do here to try to take this quick? Because they have that Sim Reaper, which is notoriously difficult to crack.
Cheeky switching. Good soldier.
Yep, I think the Soldier is probably a very good switch here, as Nebula just going to try to poke here. Psy going to want to try to get this grab as quick as possible. A grab with a Ryan and a Junkrat's terrifying. Chicky taking this off angle, trying to get a little poke. It looks like all of Nebula trying to decide which way they want to wrap around. Little miscommunication. Blue Tiger a little slow on the rotation. Eventually gets there, and the fight's going to happen on the corner. EZ just kind of hugging the wall. Not going to allow any easy picks here for Nebula. Picky poking from the high ground. Tiger gonna push in. The tire coming out. The window gonna come out as well. But a 3K for Alexi! That's gonna do it. Crack this point open. Stro the shatter though. Gonna try to get some kills here. Chicky finds the pick on Stro. The Cole coming in out from Cypher just to make sure that her team does not go down. And a fantastic tire by Alexi to crack that point open.
Chicky was high ground. I figured Chicky was trying to get some angles to get a Helix Rocket from the high ground, but let's see what they try to do this time. They try to hold it, and they do have the grab.
And the TP coming out for EZ. They go to the high ground, gonna wrap around the far side of the point and try to catch Nebula by surprise. Psy gonna grab them though, and that's massive. The Emor coming out. The shatter on their heads, 4 down, and that's gonna be the cleanup by Blue Tiger and the rest of Nebula. A good beat coming out from Helen, making sure they don't go down to that gravitic flux. The wall also gonna get burned by EZ. I think Moblack, yep, he's going to switch. Token Bwit also going to go over to the Moira. Coming in with a Death Blossom and a Sound Barrier. No ultimates on the side of Nebula, though.
Yeah, let's see. The Nebula, no ult, but Alexi can spam damage, and then Moira can easily get her ult up very quickly. Versus,
Absolutely.
we're going to have the Death Blossom, and Eke can use her ult to stall out. Then they get to keep brawling a little bit, and then Death Blossom behind.
Winky going for the Blossom. There it is. Finds Helen. Alexi, a massive Blossom. Finds 4. And the skill or finding Psy. That's going to be an easy flip for EZ. They did burn the Blossom and the Beat. They have Shatter, though, coming back in. Sam, how do you want to see Nebula approach this retake?
I think they're going to try to, you're going to have both DPS ults, so you could have like the soldier flank from one side versus the tire from another. Your cycle wave, the Moira can easily get coalescence in the lane, and you can just push in and the coalescence coming in. But the biggest thing is, it's going to be the Rhine. Can it pull the Shatter off versus will it be blocked? Because if it's huge, probably will end it, because this might be last fight territory.
Nope. Nebula gonna drop. We'll see when they decide to pop those ults. The Cole coming out first from Cypher. The Shatter, it's blocked! Tiger on top of it, saying you're not dropping anyone on my team. Tag Visor coming out. Blue Tiger and Cy finding the picks. Alexi does go down, but Nebula getting the advantage on the trades here as the Shatter comes out, finds 2. Tiger gonna take out both Token Bwit, Bulky, and Atcat. Massive fight. And you still have the grab and the tire online for Nebula to try to hold this.
It's going to be between the two. I know Alexi and I know Moblack. It's going to be between both tires and which tire gets more value between these two. That's what it's going to come down to, I think.
Absolutely. Psy might get caught out here, getting a little overly aggressive. The tire coming out from Alexi first finds 2. Tiger finding Moblack, and the grab going to catch both tanks up, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, I don't think they're even going to get the touch.
Take this first point. Ooh. They won't. Nebula takes the first map in very convincing fashion. Crow, you might have been right. This might be the old Nebula that we're used to seeing.
I've watched these two teams scrim a lot recently. There's big brain plays on both sides. So it's going to go be very highly contested, very back and forth. I can say that after watching their scrims in the preseason. So we're in for a treat, boys.
I mean, if that first map, especially that second point on first map, is anything to go by, then I'd agree with you, Sam. This is going to be a very good game. I mean, positives to take away if you're easy from that map. Obviously, first point a little rocky, but second point, I mean, that was just back and forth. Both teams were cycling ults very well. We saw big plays come out from both teams' DPS lines and tank lines. But what adjustments would you like to see from EZ to try to take Hollywood here, Sam?
It depends. Because you don't know if you're going to run Brawl, Double Shield, or Dive, or Double Bubble. So it depends on what you're comfortable with running. And that depends on which style you're going to play. I think they both tried to do Brawl, and Nebula's better at the Brawl. So I don't know if you try to out-Brawl them, or if you try to out-strategize and out-poke them. So it depends on what they're comfortable doing and how they want to approach it.
Absolutely. And Crow, what do you think about Nebula? What do they need to do to make sure they hold this, take Hollywood coming up here?
What Nebula needs to do to hold Hollywood?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of looking at their Junkrat plays. They're historically very tough to break with their Junkrats, whether it's Psy or somebody else being on that Junkrat. It just feels like the attacking team's always walking into a tire and they just can't get any footing.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, this is Junkrat, obviously a staple of these elos, and Nebula seems to, like you said, always have some of the better Junkrat players in Bronze Tacos on their team, whether it be Psy, Alexi, take your pick. So heading into Hollywood, it is 1-0 for Nebula, and, you know, obviously this being a hybrid map. Double shield, very strong here. Nebula, though, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to start running some dive either here or on Dorado. They are very notorious, at least when I've played against them in scrims, for trying to play dive on certain hybrid maps and certain escort maps. So that could be something they look to do. Be interesting to see if they try to incorporate the Junkrat with that. Sam, you said you've been seeing both of these teams scrim. What are you expecting from FE Zulus here? What do you think they're going to come out on?
Okay, the thing is, Twinkie is brand new to the team, so I don't know if the chemistry's right there. When I watched them scrim, they were trialing Twinkie, so it's kind of hard to see. But I know Token can either play support or the Diva. I know. Let's see. Mo Black's whatever is needed because he's Mo Black. Let's be real. Strozel, I could see. Strozel was the main tank, correct? When I came in?
Yes.
Because if he's the main tank, I've seen him be aggressive.
I believe so, yes.
Too aggressive.
Yes, he was.
But he nutty. Let's see. Trying to remember. I just came in late. Lexi can play support or damage, but she's mainly the I know I'm going all over the place here. I know Token and Cypher have played against each other a lot. With on supports, I've seen both their plays. Strozel, I've seen him be aggressive as a main tank. Blue Tiger for Nebula as an off tank. Sai is the captain, the leader, the face of the franchise, but Sai is also nutty on some players. So both teams, when I watched the team scrim against them, they swapped in and out a lot, but it was a lot of just good solid play, good solid fundamentals. So we're gonna see what happens. No AdCats, no Battle Mercy.
A little bit of a surprise. It's honestly weird watching an EZ game and not seeing either Cat and or Sammy in for a map. Typically, like
I know.
Same with Sai on Nebula. You know, kind of the staples of the team. You see one or if not both of them in for both maps. So trying out some different looks. It looks like as we're waiting for readies from EZ. I wouldn't be surprised to see the double shield come out. That seems to be kind of the way teams are leaning for Hollywood this round. We've seen a lot of it. Obviously, the Junkrat very strong here on Hollywood, especially on this first and second point with that high ground control. It'll be interesting to see what Chicky comes out on. I think this is correct me if I'm wrong. The first season we're really seeing her lock the DPS role.
I think so.
Typically, she is a tank player. I know from experience she can play Mei and Farah, but we saw her come out on the Soldier and be fairly effective on that Nepal map. So, Nebula kind of toying with their roster just like EZ and just like a lot of other teams. I'm running out of things to say to stall for time.
It has almost been 5 minutes. AdCat's gonna get a last call, and we're gonna be starting regardless.
So chat, we're almost at the end of January. How's 2022 been so far?
I still haven't got my release date for Hogwarts Legacy, so kind of waiting on that.
Understand that. I mean, 2022 is non-existent for some of us because Overwatch 2 got delayed to 2023, so, you know.
Ooh, ready.
Alright. So dropping into Hollywood, we are currently at 1-0 for Nebula after a very closely contested Nepal map, especially that second point on Village ending 100-99. Be interesting to see what both of these teams opt to run here. The only thing I can say for certain, I will be surprised if we don't see the Junkrat from Nebula.
I could see an Ashe. I could see Torb on defense, Ashe on defense. Maybe a Sombra on attack. It's probably gonna be Ryan v Ryan.
Ready for battle.
Alex?
Surprisingly, no Junkrat from Nebula here. They're coming out with the Rhine Diva, Alexi gonna be on the Cassidy, Chicky on the Soldier, Cypher with the Mercy, and Helen coming out on the BAP. A little bit surprised by that, not gonna lie.
So Chicky's coming out on the legs. Interesting.
I was about to say, there's no way they go dive Bastion here. It is going to be a dive comp coming out from EZ, and they're going to be running the Pharmacy. So Chicky and Alexi going to have their hands full with Alex on this Pharah, pocketed by DeWitt.
Who do you think Cypher's going to be pocketing between the DPS?
I mean, honestly, I would assume the Soldier just for the consistent damage output, but honestly, she's probably just going to bounce between the two of them, depending on who's in a position to get the best value. As Alex goes to boot somebody off of high ground, and now it's just a lot of posturing right now. Strozel going in for the dive, the tank's in alone. Gonna get pocketed front by Chuck on that Ana, as Nebula forced to drop side, trying to dive up, deal with this Pharah. And now EZ has the high ground control, which is what they wanted. They can just wait it out, pick their moment, and find their target. As Alexi's holding the water tower, trying to get to both. Yep, Sai finding Alex. Not going to be in a position to deny this res, though. Is Bewit going to get a very easy res. Good job covering it by EZ. Sai diving up to try to push Strozel off of that high ground. Now Bulky going to hold the high ground on the Diva, as Treebeard Man just poking in the backline on this Tracer. Tiger not really in a position to swing on anybody. Stro diving into the middle of the team. Helen gonna go down to Treebeard Man. And Treebeard Man gonna find Cypher as well. And Tiger, the Tracer popping off. Chicky with the Helix finds Bulky. It's not gonna matter though. The Nano comes out onto Stro. That's just the cleanup. As Treebeard Man finding 4 in that fight. And EZ gonna get the cap. They're gonna have 4 ultimates online for this next fight.
There was a huge pickup by Treebeard Man, getting both supports instantaneously, and then just the harassment of the main tank, and that's all it took. But you gotta be careful of the Shatter with literally no shield other than a Winston bubble, so it's gonna be interesting. Oh god!
Oh, he gets 2! Out and it finds 2! Tiger walking into his team when he gets pulsed! Oh my god!
It's not over yet! There's more!
The barrage coming out as well from Alex, and the DPS not even allowing Nebula proper defense here on the roof. I mean, they didn't even need a dive. Treebeard Man just took the elevator up and said Merry Christmas.
Oh.
And now it's just easy high ground control here for EZ. You got a lot of ults online here though for Nebula, so this should be an opportunity for them to stabilize. We'll see how they utilize these. As all you're looking at online for EZ is that the Valkyrie, Primal, and a Diva Bomb. As it looks like they want to take this high ground. Is Chicky gonna be popping that tack visor? See if she's able to find anything. No one so far, as Bulky getting right in her face with the Diva. Gonna find Cypher with the Diva Bombs. They went for the remag. Sai gonna bomb on Cart just to clear him off. Finds Chuck. That's a huge pick. A lot of healing gone here for EZ, but Treebeard Man does find Tiger, and it's trades both ways as Alexi dueling the Winston in the backline. Alex gonna find the Cassidy, and it's just gonna be staggers for Nebula at this point. It doesn't look like anyone's gonna use another ultimate as they realize this fight is lost. Sai's just gonna die on Cart, and Nebula gonna back out, well, maybe not. Tiger's gonna push in here. Might look to shatter. He does. He drops the hammer, finds 2, but it's not gonna matter as he goes down to the Tracer. And Nebula just gonna stagger right now, it looks like. Stro and Alex looking for more. They want these stagger kills. As both Helen and Alexi just trapped in old spawn. Strozel gonna find both. Now it's gonna be a tough recontest here for Nebula. They're gonna be lucky if they get a recontest before it hits the second corner. As Bulky kind of poping the spawn.
Treebeard's got
actually had Cassidy's ult for like a good 2 to 3 minutes. Probably waiting on time to use it, but just getting harassed so much, can't really use the ult. So that's having a huge effect on Nebula.
The Cart already around that corner, and if you're Nebula, you really wanted to get a recontest at that corner. Stro still has this Primal, so he can afford to go in pretty deep here. Popping the Primal.
Here's the Pulse Bomb! Doesn't catch anything.
Doesn't find anything this time. Stro making a lot of space with this Primal Rage though. Sai did find Alex, the window coming out. from Helen. Helen does find Chuck as this trades both ways again. These fights are getting very messy. Bombs coming out from both sides. The baby diva going down. And the bomb does find Cypher on the part of Bulky, but it's not going to matter. There's nobody left aside from the Tracer or EZ, but you're pushing in with this barrage. A nano barrage here could be massive in an instant fight win.
That was huge, nutty. And Alexi still has the ultra capacity, so if they try to push in, they're going to want that diva demat as much as possible, so they can't DM it. But you need to be aware of, they could push in Alex coming from the backside or flank around, and barrage from behind them. And they're pulling for the nano.
Oh, and Helen already down. The barrage coming out with the nano just to clear him off cart. That's going to be it. Nobody in position to touch, really.
Cypher's getting the touch, but Cypher too. It's not going to last much longer, though.
No, it's not. The damage is going to be way too much. And that's going to be at a 2:42 time bank for EZ.
At the end of that round, I was watching Tracer, Treebeard Man. Treebeard Man had a 15-player kill streak going.
Oh.
I mean, putting in the work on that Tracer, and you know, not the prettiest looking dive from EZ, but man, it was effective.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting Treebeard to just take the elevator up as like, yeah, I'll just try and get a couple of picks here.
I mean, hey, someone had to deliver a late Christmas present for Nebula. Apparently nobody got him one.
Oh.
So we'll see what Nebula does here, as they're going to have to match what was a very good pace on Hollywood, as it looks like EZ is going to be running this double shield that's going to be a little more non-traditional with the Rhine Sigma. Treebeard Man on the Ash, Bewit on the BAP. Chuck going to be playing the Mercy. Alex is yet to lock in their hero. And on the side of Nebula, it's going to be the Rhine Diva, Cassidy Soldier, so apparently expecting that Pharah again. The BAP and the Lucio. As Chuck's switching over to the Lucio, Alex is going to be running this May. Very interesting comp here for a double shield comp coming out from EZ. You don't typically see a May played with double shield of any kind. We'll see what Nebula opts to do here, as they're going to be coming around the corner. We'll see how they decide to take this first engagement. Alex is going to be looking to get a nice quick wall off on somebody and cut him off. Preferably on Tiger, as Nebula going to rotate up high. The wall doesn't catch anyone, just missed it looked like. And now they're going to brawl in the stairway. There's not a lot of spam from either team here, so...
Yeah, it looks like they want to engage on the main, but... Yeah, they're gonna try to take out the main, and they do.
There's no main tanks for either side, though, so Bulky gonna need to manage that shield. The shield gone, though, and now it's just who gets the next pick, as the Emor coming out from Bewit. Alexi getting very aggressive, looking to find a kill, and, I mean, this is the most close quarters brawl I've seen without a death for either team, as both main tanks went down. Nobody else died after that.
Unbelievable, they're both back
hitting it from nowhere. Finding Tiger. The Flux did come out. I don't think it found anything, but it's not going to matter. Stro finding 2. Cypher did find Bewit, but Nebula going to be forced to disengage as they're down their main tank and both supports. And Stro finding 4. Okay. Make it 5. Okay, Stro!
XQC?
I mean, yeah, you love seeing Reinhardt's pop off like that.
Super?
Yeah, that seems like just took a little bit too long. You know, Nebula needed to get a pick, and like EZ was just able to keep that fight going for so long.
They were. The healing output was just phenomenal. It's the Blizzard, and that is not where you want to be caught with that Blizzard.
Oh!
As the bomb does find Alex, and they get out of the Blizzard too. Phenomenal job sustaining through that. As it looks like they're going to rotate down below. The Shatter coming out from Stro, didn't find anything. As Stro and Chuck both down, Nebula needs to get aggressive and find these picks. Treebeard Man just sitting on this high ground uncontested with Bewit. Sai going to go down to Bulky, but Bulky gets chased down by the rest of Nebula. Tiger going to clear out the high ground by himself. As Chicky finding Bewit as well, and it looks like this might be the first point cap here for Nebula. I don't imagine anyone from EZ is going to try to touch. Stro might just poke him with the Fire Strike.
Treebeard's trying to get this off angle here, but...
Yeah, it's still uncontested
they get the
on the high ground. They're going to go for it. Yeah, they're going in. As the visor coming out from Chicky, finding Alex, finding Treebird, both supports down. Can she melt the Sigma out of flux? It's not gonna matter, nobody touches. Chicky finds 3 in that fight. As Sai also melting Stro. I mean, that was a bit of a ballsy recontest from EZ in my opinion. You just gotta give that up. They didn't really have the ults to commit to that. As Bulky's gonna switch off the Sigma and go to the Orisa here.
That was nutty, man. It was wild.
Absolutely. Big plays coming out from
That's awesome
on this map so far.
Alex switches to the legs, and now they have a double shield with double main tank. I think that's it for the swaps.
Yep, that's really it. It's just the Orisa and the Soldier. As Alex gonna take out the mirror, Chicky goes down to the Helix rocket. And Tiger just gonna back off the high ground. Strozel doesn't want to let him get away though. And Strozel isolated here, but Bewit in a great position to keep her main tank alive.
Oh!
And Tiger getting pinned out of it, getting a little over aggressive, and that's gonna be a reset for Nebula. Cypher goes down to Alex. Chicky does get the revenge kill, but it's not gonna matter. As it's a good exit kill, but Alex will be back in this fight before the next one starts, especially with Treebeard Man finding 2 at the end of it. And they're gonna have Bob and Ant Matrix along with Shatter coming up if you are for EZ, and if you're Nebula, you know, you need one of these ults to be huge. You gotta get this cart moving.
We do have chat wondering how Bob's gonna be played in this fight.
Probably just throw it on cart.
You know what, I want to ask you a question about Bob. How come you cannot first person spectate Bob?
I've been trying to for ages, but...
Because then we can prove he's aimbotting. It's Bob going into the backline. They Ant Matrix the Bob! Oh, you love to see it! He's not gonna miss! Treebeard Man finding 3! Bob getting a pick! Oh my god. You know, I've been involved with Overwatch for a while. That is a first for me. Watched Overwatch League since Season 1. I've never seen somebody Ant Matrix the Bob.
It's a deadly combination.
It is. Yeah,
Alexi's in a weird spot?
They have no idea that she's there, though. Is Nebula rotating through this little room? It looks like Alexi just waiting for the team. The bomb coming in from Sai. Does find Alex. Answers out the Emor. The Shatter coming down as well. Down 2. Can they get the follow-up? They will. Nebula 2 ults, and they're able to get this moving as Bulky on cart with just the Lucio. Sai finding a couple. Alexi getting the cleanup. Treebeard Man over on that right flank alone as Nebula finally gets his cart moving. Only having to use about 2 ultimates there. Pretty efficient fight.
Yep, Treebeard's gonna be behind them.
They have no idea. If Treebeard can get a quick pick on somebody, this could be massive to crack this open. They have no idea he's there. As Nebula gonna just
looking for the snipe on Alexi.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. His position's been given away.
Alexi and Diva. Alexi and Sai caught up on the high ground alone. Sai having to drop down.
Oh, that beats Sai.
The bongo. And it's just alt central here for EZ as they want to make sure they stabilize here. Alex with the 2K visor. Bewit gonna find the Rhine. Bewit finding the Soldier as well. This looks like this might be the hold here as it's last fight territory for Nebula, and all you have is this Deadeye and an Ant Matrix online. So this is gonna have to be the Deadeye of Alexi's life.
They could actually go right side, push in with the window, and brawl around the window. Alexi can go left or high ground and ult from behind or top.
Stro's behind. Stro's gonna shatter.
Yep, here comes
Tiger found it out.
Lexi's got that
Shatter
Jedi.
still comes out, and that's gonna be it. Nebula, you're down too many. Unless somebody pops off, that Bob doing work. I mean, that was the most scattered double shield fight I've ever seen, and EZ made it work. I honestly had no idea who was doing what there.
Me neither.
I saw Stro going for that flake shatter, and I got excited. Well, and here we're gonna see Treebeard Man popping off on this Ashe. I mean, doing work. This was the final fight. Yep. And that will even us up 1-1 as EZ taking Hollywood. I mean, man, what do you... I don't even know. That was a crazy final fight. That was all over the place.
It was wild, man.
And both teams definitely giving us some pop-off moments. Map especially. We're seeing big plays come out of tank line, support line, and DPS line for both sides. And that's the kind of game you love to see and you love to cast.
It's like the 6-man ladder match. It's finishers and high flame stuff everywhere.
Oh, the money in the bank ladder match. Is that what we're talking about?
So next we are going to be going to Dorado for our third map, and we'll see what Nebula does to try to bounce back. As you know, you have that very good Nepal map come back, and you know, let's be honest, they struggled a bit on Hollywood. EZ, I think, was playing their comp very well, and Nebula was probably getting a little bit ahead of themselves on a few fights, but overall, I think very strong showing from both teams. How do you bounce back on Dorado and make sure that you make this a 2-1 if you're Nebula?
Pull out an XQC Shatter from Narnia.
I mean, yeah, that'll do it.
Mother of all Deadeyes. In all seriousness, just be coordinated. Just, I hate to say it, like in this sense, it's simple, but it's not simple. Just be more coordinated, like combo your ults, stagger them out, rotate them, this and that. Just be coordinated. I mean, it's hard. It's easy to say, but hard to do. But that's what they need to do, is just be like a coordinated, cohesive unit, and that's what needs. And that's what will win you games 99.99% of the time.
Yeah, I could not agree more with that. As it looks like for EZ, they're going to be making some even more changes as tank line completely getting changed up. It'll be Mo Black and Sammy in. Alex will stay in.
Oh, Sammy on the tank and Mo Black as well. Are we going to get a little incoming?
Okay, Mo's probably going to be off tanking like a boss. Sammy's going to be main tanking probably.
I would imagine. And then it'll be Twinkie also subbing in on DPS, Chuck and Cat on support. So EZ definitely utilizing their substitutes as much as they can, as they're making a lot of changes every maps. And so far, you can't argue with the results, as we're 1-1 right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So going into Dorado here, Sam, what do you want to see EZ do to keep their momentum going, as they did just win Hollywood and capped with a very good time bank for holding on B?
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do. I have no idea. From the two maps I've seen, I have no idea what's coming next. It's a crapshoot, fam. I mean, I hate this joke like that, but it's the series. Like, none of us can predict this.
Absolutely.
Well, I think I've heard that EFES goes to map 5 a lot during scrims, and they always win, so I wonder if that's going to happen here too.
See if we're going to finally see some scrim bucks actually be worthwhile.
Okay. Alright, so, you guys, for the off-tank, you think Psy or Mo Black? Who do you think's gonna have the bigger pop-off moment going into this game? Because both of them have the pop-off potential / the hard carry potential.
I think it depends on which one of them needs to do it more. Because you look at it within certain team settings, your off-tank doesn't necessarily need to have those pop-off moments. Because you literally just need them to worry about peeling and keeping your DPS or backline up. I think it just kind of depends on which one of them feels like they need to have that pop-off moment versus which one of them can kind of sit back and say, look, I just need to do my job, enable my main tank, enable my DPS, and let them do their job. I'm answering your question without answering your question, because I don't.
I understand.
I love both of them, and I don't want either of them to be mad at me for saying the other's gonna pop off.
Right, I like both of them too. I will say this about Sidomia. I killed him many times the other night in Among Us.
That's fine. Anytime I play with Sai, he kills me first every time, so.
Yeah, I killed him a couple of times, and he was like, "Bruh, why?" I was like, "That too, fam."
I would like to see Nebula go back to their Junkrat, though, because I think that was very effective on Nepal, especially on defense here on Dorado. Like, if that Junkrat sets up well, it could be very impactful. But we are going into Dorado. This is one of my personal favorite maps. And we'll see how these teams adjust to the way this game's been going. As we were tied up 1-1, EZ taking Hollywood, and Nebula did win Nepal. So, what are you honestly thinking we're going to see? As we're about to find out what these teams are going to run here for their comps. What are you really wanting to see out of either of these teams in terms of comp to come out with and try to push this map and take it to make this a 2-1 series?
I want to see a pirate ship or a torb on the payload.
Well, it looks like we're not getting the pirate ship, but EZ is going with the birds comp. We have the Pharah and the Echo with a BAP, Mercy, Rhine, and the Diva. Interesting that Sammy's on the Diva and Moblack on the Rhine. I know that both of them do play these other heroes, but typically seeing them in league games, Sammy's the main tank, Moblack's the off tank.
Yeah.
And then you look at the side of Nebula going with a very interesting version of dive. They have Winston, Diva, Reaper, Pharah, BAP, Mercy. Typically you don't see a BAP run with a Winston, so this is going to be very interesting to see how they execute this. As the battle of the Pharahs, both pharmacies battling in the sky. We'll see which one gets the pick first, as Alex does find Blue Tiger, and that's pretty much an immediate reset for Nebula. They're trying to back off and play these corners. And I mean, if you're EZ, you're very okay with this. Both of your birds just flying around, making a lot of space. Your tanks and BAP just chilling on the high ground, not really getting pressured yet.
Yeah, Nebula's gonna switch to double hit scan now to deal with these birds.
Oh, and Sai getting demeched. That's actually big. As Alexi finds Alex. They're gonna have the res available though, as Twinkie does find Sai. The Emor coming out, as Blue Tiger did go over to the Orisa. Sai gonna get a quick remech and get right back into this fight, but both teams back to full strength now.
Alex does have this barrage locked and loaded. They're going around the back. They're looking to do it!
They have no idea. Finds two! Tiger and Cypher both go down, and Mo drop down finding Helen, pinning in here. Gonna squish Sai against the spawn door, and that is gonna be the fight win for EZ. As they're making an emphatic stand right now here at the bridge. These birds can be tough to crack.
Yeah, the minis do a Torbjorn just for the extra turret to hit them in the sky. They take the attention away and then try to focus with like a Diva flying up or the hit scan.
Well, I think their idea, that's part of their idea with going with this Orisa, I think, is for Tiger to try to help pressure in the air, but I mean, it's such a slow-moving comp is part of the problem. As Helen's off of the Mercy going over to the Lucio now. The Shatter goes down, he finds 6! Moblack! Put it away, son!
Moblack, they got a family.
Oh my god! I mean, that's the benefit of running a Reinhardt into a Orisa. That shield comes up, you just walk past it and drop the hammer.
Yeah, Tiger's gonna switch over to the Rhine now. Have a.
I can't say I blame him after that.
Yeah, Chicky's also switching to the soldier to get a bit more consistent damage
on
the bird, but oh my gosh! Moblack and Twinkie!
Oh man, downing both supports.
Another barrage
Alex
too.
with the barrage. I mean, EZ, they're cycling these ults so well right now. I mean, Sammy hasn't had to use this Diva Bomb at all. Hasn't been in pressure of getting demeched. As Moblack coming up on another shatter here. I mean, this is just beautiful hold right now from EZ. Nebula needs to find a way to crack this right now. This needs to be the biggest bomb in Deadeye that we've seen from Sai and Alexi. They got to crack this point immediately. As Cypher does go over to the Mercy as well here, so they're going for the speed and the more targeted healing, as Cat does res Twinkie after the Twinkie gets picked. The bomb coming out.
Oh, it catches that Cat! Sam is gonna answer!
Doesn't find anything. Moblack though gonna shatter Tiger. Not gonna get the kill though. Great peel by Nebula, and that's exactly what they needed to crack this point open. They're gonna get it across the bridge. Can they sprint this to A before the re-engage? If they get this kill, Chuck gets pinned. Massive. These are huge staggers for Nebula, as it's gonna be a very staggered recontest if EZ even tries to do it. As Psy flying to the high ground, gonna try to pressure Alex and discourage Alex from going for
he gets caught out there though.
He does.
He wanted to flank Shatter, then Shatter doesn't get anything, but...
Doesn't get it. Moblack holding that shield up.
They're so close here. Alex down, yeah!
Coming out from Helen, and that's gonna do it!
Alex is back, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Deadeye's coming out from Alexia!
Massive Deadeye! Nebula with the clutch plays, a huge beat, a massive Deadeye to make sure they cap A. The only downside, you had to invest a lot, but Chicky does have this tac visor, Psy coming up on another bomb, and there's not many alts online here. If you're EZ, you have this barrage and a duplicate. Psy, great job of chasing down Alex. That's going to stagger them out just a little bit more, unless Cat goes for this res. Psy looks like he's going to cover it and not allow Cat to even think about it. Nebula looking like they're trying to set up on this far right side. They rotate coast. They're going to hold this high ground. Very good spot for them to set up here. As they do have, it looks like Alexi just pushing the cart. Here comes the visor from Chicky. Is it going to find anybody? It looks like EZ just going to do a great job of kiting it. Twinkie going for the dupe on the Rhine again, and this is going to be another very quick shatter. Drops the hammer down two. Psy going to get D-Mech potentially. No! Moblack does find Helen, and EZ is going to hold this high ground, but Nebula coming back with the kills! They're coming back with the kills! It looked like that fight might have been it, but no! Tiger dropping the shatter, downs two! Sammy close to getting D-Mech, Twinkie goes down, Sammy loses the mech, the shatter comes out from Moblack! He downs 4 or 5! I swear I know how to count the bomb coming out from side! Each team just pressing triangle now!
I'm pretty sure this is Nebula's
the cart
fight with, EZ should be able to recontest here though if they wish.
They have this barrage to recontest, like you said, Crow. They're going to be able to push in with this, and they got a very good grouping on this top left side to push in from the high ground as Swinky goes over to the Doomfist. A nice boot there from Alex. Alex, shoot the flash ban! Massive! Let's see if Alex tries to commit this barrage. The bomb coming in from Sammy. Not gonna find anything. The barrage doesn't find anything either. It's 2 picks for the side of Nebula. The res coming out on Blue Tiger. Alexi gonna find Alex, and this is gonna be another fight win here for Nebula. There's no way that EZ is gonna be able to
Twinkie's back, but he shouldn't.
Not gonna last long.
Moblack's back though. Oh, he's not gonna be able to touch, and he's gonna get staggered here probably. Yep.
Yep, that's a massive stagger. Nebula pulling these fights out by the skin of their teeth on a few of these, as EZ is relentless with these recontests. But Nebula doing a great job of getting value out of their ults, and you look at it, they're coming up on 6 ults here, potentially, or 5 ults, potentially 6 if Tiger could get this Shatter online. Moblack on the other side, gonna have a Shatter and a Cold, that's all EZ's working with. But Moblack been hitting some juicy ones today, so we'll see how it goes. As Tiger pushing the cart solo, they're gonna rush onto the Rhine. Tiger left out in the open by himself. Gonna get immediately
this might pay off.
Twinkie going down to Alexi. Psy gonna contest the cart. The Shatter coming out, gonna down 2. Alexi popping the Deadeye, not gonna find anything. Moblack demeching Psy and finds Helen. Psy does find Chuck though in the Baby Diva form. Alexi finding Mo. This is still an even fight, and you got your main tank back in it. Blue Tiger's coming back. He's gonna have his Shatter online. Moblack gonna get rezzed. We'll see if Tiger's able to find money. No, hits the shield.
Cypher.
The res gonna come out from Cypher. Massive. Alex goes down to Chicky. These fights are just all over the place. The bomb in from Psy. Cydomia finding 3 with the bomb. Tiger with the pin on Alex, and it's gonna be another fight win for Nebula here.
Hey, with that 3K Diva bomb from Cydomia, he's got a 20-player kill streak.
Oh my gosh!
I believe it.
This is what I've been expecting from Psy.
Alex gonna try to go on this high ground to pop that tac visor and clear off the cart. Psy doing a great job of denying it. The pin in from Moblack. Great beat by Helen though. as the tag visor coming in from the high ground. Sai gonna fly up to try to cancel it. Does. Alexi finding AtCat. Sai gonna get DMAC by the tag visor. Alex is on the high ground, just uncontested right now.
Yeah, very in a good
Alexi finding
position,
Twinkie though.
The picks
It's not gonna matter. Nebula finding picks.
Oh!
What a map for their attack, and we still have a defense left.
Yeah, that could have been the whole map right there, but there's more.
I know they're not going to carry over from round to round. Sai ended with a 25-person plus kill streak.
I mean, the man's a nut. What else can we say?
I mean, what about Moblack? He had a 6-man shatter. You gonna say that's nutty? Man had a 6-man shatter.
I mean, Moblack had a 6.
Deadeye.
We had a 3K Diva Bomb. I mean, everyone was pulling big plays out left and right. That was a crazy attack. Man, that literally felt like the Dragon's Breath Nebula game from 2 seasons ago, Crow. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This feels like it could have been in the finals. Like, I feel like we're in the finals right now, and this is just
we're in round 1.
Oh my gosh!
This is our first round of games, and we're already saying that this feels like a potential finals game. As Nebula coming out with this Rhine Diva, Alexi on the Reaper, Chicky gonna be on this Soldier, pocketed by Cypher on the Mercy, Helen gonna be on the Baptiste, and it looks like we're gonna see the dive come out from EZ with this Birds comp again. So hopefully Nebula is gonna be able to shut this down a little easier than they were able to break it on the defense when EZ was defending. As we'll see when Moblack decides to dive in and who their first target's gonna be. As Nebula playing very smart, they're just holding in this bridge, not really giving Mo an easy dive target. Mo misses his jump. Sammy gonna just immediately drop. Twinkie going in, trying to get a little bit of spam damage as Nebula playing these corners, but they're gonna have to drop and contest this card in a minute. As Moblack diving in, a lot of poke coming in. Mo gonna get deleted by Alexi though. The Emor down for Nebula. Moblack gets res, but Cat pays it for it with her life. Alex does find the Reaper, and Twinkie gonna pick off the BAP. Helen going down as well. That's a bulk of the healing gone. And now it's the cleanup coming in for EZ as Moblack and Alex just cleaning up what's left of Nebula. Cypher trying to pocket size so we can get out without losing the mech and staggering. Very clean fight. Moblack, bloodthirsty, gonna go down, pays for it. Wanted that kill. Nebula not gonna get a recontest though. But they do get that little quick stagger onto Moblack. Chicky going down to Alex. Alex gonna be dealt with by Sai. The res gonna come out on Chicky. And now we'll get a minute to breathe as both teams are gonna regroup for this next fight.
Oh, imagine a minute to breathe in this match.
For real.
It's like, you know what, I'm the only person who can say it. It's like the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros match. It's still
oh my god.
As the dive coming in on the high ground, Alexi going down to Alex, and Moblack popping the Primal, gonna try to juggle Sai indoors. The Shatter coming out from Tiger, Chuck down, that's a bulk of the healing. We'll see if they try to go for the res. Twinkie does find Blue Tiger, the bomb coming out from Sai. Great bubble by Moblack, making oh, he squishes Twinkie! He gets the squish, but Alex gonna find Chicky!
Yeah, they're still in the pick.
Unfortunately, Nebula gonna need to disengage here with that pick onto Helen. That was a very good barrage by Alex. And Nebula gonna do their best to get out, but EZ doesn't want to allow that to happen. Sai getting D-Mech, Tiger charging in, trying to help his off-tank out. And trying to make sure that the team is able to get out without getting staggered even further. The Nano coming out onto Mo, and he's gonna try to do some work with it. Alexi going down to the Pharah again. The Tac Visor coming out from Chicky. Unfortunately, not going to find any picks. The bomb at the back, not going to find anything. But Tiger having to use all of his shield to deny that. The Primal coming out from Mo again as that Nano did wonders, allowed him to get it really quick. But he gets melted. Chicky taking out the Winston, and Blue Tiger going to hold as much space as possible as Twinkie's coming up on this bomb. Going to throw it into the back. Great immortality field. The Blossom only finds 2, but Chicky finding Chuck as well. This is still winnable for Nebula if they find another pick. The Shatter comes out and kills Mo. Chicky finding Sammy, and that's going to be the cleanup. A great hold by Nebula. Both teams burning a ton of ults left and right. I mean, we're just having a triangle party every other fight, it feels like.
So it's like this Young Buck super kicks, then it's like Ray Phoenix does something crazy, then the Motor Driver, and then it's like Pentagon does the package power driver, and it's just like, It's 2 count after 2 count after 2 count.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Easy gonna be taking this coast rotation, gonna try to dive in off this high ground. Moblack diving onto Alexi. The bomb coming in from Sai, that's gonna catch one.
Oh!
Alex goes down. That was a beautiful bomb. And Sai going in, trying to deny the res, and he does. It looks like Cat gonna take a different route to res the far, but it's not gonna matter as Moblack is down. You're down your main tank, your off tank is demeched, and that's gonna be an instant disengage here for EZ. They need to pull out, and they are gonna do just that as Sai chasing them off. Alex still trying to poke out though and get some quick ult charge. They have this barrage ready now, and the nano coming online. We'll see who Chuck decides to give it to. As EZ's gonna need to wait to engage here until Sammy gets his mech back. Gonna get it back. And now it just comes down to how EZ wants to use these ults going into this tac visor and am matrix that Nebula has. As there's a visor. See if she's able to find anything with it. The E-more to make sure the soldier doesn't go down. Huge nano there by Chuck. And the nano on the Winston. Chuck and Twinkie go down, but Moblack finding Sai. Sammy gonna drop the bomb to take out 2. Tiger and Alexi both down. It's just Chicky and Cypher trying to hold this. And Cypher going for a very risky res, but Twinkie getting the cleanup. And now EZ's gonna get this cart moving. I don't know if Nebula should get another fight here though.
They should.
Mm-hmm.
We'll, let's see, what's online? The duplicate, and that's it, versus...
Pretty much it, versus, yeah, it'll be the Shatter and the Blossom here. Sai gonna try to...
They got pushed back!
I'm not sure what happened there, but they didn't touch. They're gonna get a couple of picks here. They'll get the cleanup on this fight, but... Yeah, I mean, nobody from Nebula touched. They were right there. The bomb coming out from Twinkie off the duplicate fights 2! Alexi and Cypher both go down. I don't know if Tiger didn't have shield or what happened there, but it's unfortunate. And now Alex gonna look to pressure along with the rest of EZ, find these stagger kills as Twinkie finding Helen. And that's massive as they're gonna try to get this around that second corner before Nebula gets a real fight. The bomb coming out from Sai as it's gonna find Twinkie. Cypher gonna be on point with the res. Helen back in the fight as Moblack holding that high ground. Chicky trying to pressure out Alex. Cat going down to Sai. That's massive.
Denies
that's
the
your
res.
Mercy completely gone. And now Sai's gonna take this high ground for pretty much free, trying to pressure Alex along with the rest of EZ. Sammy getting demeched.
Into the 3 in the back!
Alexi! With a 3K Blossom, you love to see it, and Moblack had to burn his Primal too just to get out. Oh my god.
I need healing at like plus 50. That's the best.
And Nebula in a very good spot to hold this, as they have 5 ultimates coming online, whereas EZ, you pretty much are sitting on both support ults and this barrage. You're gonna need Alex to be on point with yet another one and try to get at least the supports. That's Moblack diving in, gonna try to create some space. Alex does find Chicky, that's the soldier down. The Shatter coming out, he downs 3. Let's see if Tiger can get any kills off of it. As Cypher gonna res Chicky. Moblack goes down to Alexi. The Ant Matrix coming out, the bomb. Nebula just pressing triangle all at once as Chicky finds 2 with the visor. Both birds down. And it's gonna be another fight win for Nebula. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of ultimates online now for them. They only have this Blossom potentially and this Valkyrie versus that barrage is still online for EZ, and you're coming up with a Diva Bomb and a duplicates too.
Chuck switch to a Moira. Cypher Lily may press triangle and may go Battle Mercy and get 2 or 3 picks. I got a good feeling.
Oh, we'll see if she goes for that. As Nebula holding this high ground. Not the best place you want to be holding when you know that Pharah has barrage, but if you can deny it, then this could be a very good hold for them. As Alex looking to take this off angle, push in with the barrage.
From around.
Moblack gonna get this primal online. Here
There's
it comes. The barrage finds Chicky. Alex gonna get shut down by Sai. The bomb coming out from Sammy. Helen's down. That's a lot of healing
and
gone. And Sai's demon. You basically have 1 take. The res onto Alex. And Twinkie getting the cleanups, Tiger and Alexi going down. It looks like they're going to be able to push this across in overtime.
Is it going to be big? Get Sammy!
It does Sammy. And Twinkie with the duplicate Blossom, not gonna find anything. Alexi needs to get in here and pop this Blossom. Chicky finding Sammy. As Nebula coming back into this fight, Chicky goes down to Twinkie. Alexi coming in, the Blossom comes out. It doesn't find anything. Chuck gonna take off, or sucks off the Reaper. I can't even talk anymore. The Shatter coming out. Nebula turns it around. Oh my god, what a map. Oh.
I gotta tell you, I'm glad we don't have any more matches this week because I'm gonna be done and this match isn't even over yet.
You're gonna be done. I'm doing most of the talking, Crow.
Oh my god.
Okay. I want to speak on behalf of all of us.
Sheesh. I couldn't have said it better myself. What a map.
We got 1, 2 maps. Look at them 2 divas.
I mean,
in all seriousness, if this ended right now, who's your MVPs?
it's tough to pick right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's really hard to say because like Sammy and Mo Black, they play really well as a dive tank duo. Like whenever Mo jumps in, Sammy's usually there with him. Not gonna let him face the Reaper alone. But Sai.
I mean, not only that, but you look at the other 2 maps, you know, Stro and Bulky were playing very well together.
Yeah.
I mean, man, it's tough to pick.
Hey, Crow.
Yeah.
Look at casting HQ.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
That should be that. That's an adequate description.
That's
an adequate description right now.
That's an adequate description. And y'all gotta use all Elite Wrestling to describe everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, we've got...
Shady's like, big guy.
We have a lineup for EV Zulus. The Nebula's gonna stay on the attack because they are on match point right now. Oh my gosh.
Well, and heading into Temple of Anubis, this is Junkrat and Farah playground, and Alex looks like staying in, so there's a very good chance we're going to see that Farah again, especially knowing Nebula loves to run that Junkrat. We've kind of seen Alexi just not really be allowed to play it since Nepal, which means EZ is definitely trying to counter it, it feels like. As the changes for EZ, it is Strozel coming back in along with Bulky, Alex, Tree, Chuck, and Cat will be staying in. Nebula doesn't look like any changes. Going into Anubis, I mean, we're on match point for Nebula. How do you guys think this is going to play out?
I have no idea anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I can think anyway. I need to drink some water or some tea or something. Looks like Nebula's going to be running the same lineup, so we're just going to wait for them to be ready or wait for the next 3 minutes.
Well, and if you're Nebula here, knowing that Alex has been running that Farah a lot, do you try to come out on the Junkrat, or do you just say forget it?
Oh, it's kind of looking like it might be a little risky, right? They're gonna be on defense. Ify Zulus is first, so I'm not sure if they would use the Junkrat, if Nebula would use the Junkrat for attack. But on their defense, yeah, it might be a little risky with them doing the double birds. They did switch it up a little with the DPS lineup, though. Treebeard Man is gonna be coming back in. We've seen him play the Tracer and the Ash so far. I'm not so sure about the birds.
I mean,
getting a drink of water.
Running a Farah with a hit scan, though, can be honestly even more lethal than birds.
And
Treebeard Man, we saw the damage he can do on an Ash.
This is true.
But if you're Nebula, yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think it's a little too risky to run the Junkrat here, even though Anubis is known for being a very good Junkrat map. It's known for also being a very good Farah map, a very good dive map. So I think there's potential that we could see EZ come out with the dive that they seem to be favoring on attack most of these maps. Nebula, honestly, I would expect more of the same in terms of the Rhine Diva. Vicky's been having a very solid game on that soldier.
We have the readies. I don't know if I'm ready, but they're ready, so...
I'm definitely not ready, or at least my voice is not ready. But here we go. Loading into Anubis. If Nebula can take this map, then they will win 3-1. EZ, a map win here, sends us to map 5, and then our lovely chat gets to pick.
Bruh. I can't. This be nutty.
As we're about to see what both teams are going to be running here.
I just want, you know what? Give me what I want. Give me the Cat Cypher Lily Battle Mercy duel. You give me anything but that.
It looks like they will be running a Rhine Hog. This is interesting. Personally, I do not like Hog. He's a terrible tank. But that's just my opinion. As it will be Rhine Hog, Alex on the Junkrat, so no Pharah here. Treebeardman on the Ash, Cat will be pocketing him, and Chuck on the BAP. As for Nebula, it's looking like more of the same with the Rhine Diva. Alexi gonna come out on the Junk, it looks like, and Chicky looks like gonna be trying the Pharah again. Cypher on the BAP and Helen on the Mercy, so switching it up a bit from what they ran on Dorado with the Pharmacy. With their supports changing heroes. And we'll see, as it looks like... Kind of holding a bit back here. Bulky playing under the bridge, so it looks like they might have been expecting a Sim TP or something. As Nebula gonna try to take this high ground. A good job by Tiger not allowing anyone on his team to get hooked there, as they're gonna rotate and hold very high. He's dueling Treebeardman right now, both Mercies, making sure that their DPS stay topped off. As it's just kind of a 2v2 and then a 4v4 it looks like. Chicky finds Alex though, that's a huge pick, and we'll see if Cat goes for the res. As Treebeardman also goes down, that's both DPS down. Who do you res if you're Cat, or do you even go for one? As Tiger gonna be swinging on Stro. Oh yeah, she'll go for one, it's just who do you res at this point. As Stro going down, and that's gonna be the fight. Nebula Alex gonna be able to clean this point out. And yeah, the soldier switch coming in from Alex. Cat going for the res.
Isn't able to get it off
on Stro. Unfortunately, that's just gonna cause Stro to stagger. I don't think EZ might be lucky to get a touch here. It looks like Alex is trying to get a little poke in. And Tiger. Hello? I think Tiger was getting a little greedy there going for the soldier. It's not really gonna matter. EZ's not gonna be able to get another touch here. A great job by Chicky finding the pick onto Alex, and then a great job by Sai finding the follow-up on Treebeardman.
Alex needs to be careful not to get picked off here.
Staggers. He does. This is going to get back to his team. Chicky does have this barrage online. They also have the Amp Matrix ready. Coming up on a lot of ults here for Nebula, and not pushing into a whole lot on the side of EZ, but Alex getting that tac visor online very quick. Just switched, already 90% to it. As there's the Amp Matrix, and they're going to push in aggressive. The barrage comes out, Treebeardman shuts it down! A great damage boost and a great shot by Tree to shut down the barrage. And we'll see if they're able to find any other picks. Heller goes for the res. Tiger finds Chuck, and Alexi gets the kill on Stro with the total mayhem. Alex does find Tiger with the Helix, and Cat on, like right on the money with that res. The ult's coming out from both DPS on EZ, and that's going to be the cleanup for FE Zulus. They're going to hold this thanks to the bomb and attack visor. A huge res by AtCat to enable that hold. Along with both DPS popping crucial ultimates. And now if you're Nebula, you're coming in with a Tire and a Diva Bomb, but you're pushing into a Whole Hog, Earth Shatter, and an Amp Matrix on the side of FE Zulus. So this is going to be a tough push for Nebula. They're going to huge pick early. Chicky catching out either Tree or Alex very early in these fights. We'll see if Alexi's able to find a big Rip Tire here, as they're playing very split. The tank's pushing mid right into the Amp Matrix, and the rest of Nebula pushing off to that right side. The bomb finds Bulky, and the Emor down. Alexi needs to find this Tire now. Tiger blocking the Shatter, the res coming in onto Bulky. Alexi in the little Ewok village looking for the Tire. Let's see if she pops it. No, Bulky finds her. was very wise to it and finding the Junkrat immediately, not allowing Alexi to get that little sneaky tire. Knowing all too well that that's where Junkrats like to set up on these attacking rip tires. I mean, Alexi's gonna need to find pay dirt with this tire, but Bulky clearly was wise to that one. We'll see if they can.
Oh my gosh, this guy!
Tree is just a nut.
This is why they brought him in for this map. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. So they are. Helen doesn't look like gonna go for the res. Don't believe that they have it online, as they are going to be pushing through this right side of point, left side if you're looking from the defender's point of view. As Tiger going to walk in pretty much alone right now. The rest of Nebula trying to catch up and rotate with their main tank. Tiger going to look to get this shatter quick. Alexi gonna find Chuck. And you need to look for something here if you're Nebula. You need another ult to close this fight out. The Amp Matrix does come out from Cypher, but the Bob into the back. And Bob gonna be able to do some work here. Sai trying to DM. Bulky does find Chicky, and it's just gonna be cleanup again for EZ.
That's it?
Yep. That's gonna be the fight. Oh, and they're not gonna let Sai get away. But this could be even more staggers when Bulky gets this hook online.
Yeah, oh!
Yep, Cypher gonna go down as well. Nebula, like, they're trying to find their way in and look for this rip tire, but they're just not able to find an opportunity for it. Hopefully this next push, Tiger can get the shatter, maybe help Alexi out and find a really big one. As Tree holding on top of this of the staircase right now, looking to get some extra poke. As Nebula keeps wanting to take this right rotation, left side if you're looking from the defender's point of view. And it looks like they kind of baited the Valk getting popped a little early. Not sure if that's a miscommunication. Definitely would help, but they went all the way around and the Valk was popped. It's gonna expire before they even get to point. As they engage on point, Tiger gonna look for this shatter once it gets it online. Sai taking the high ground away. Gonna try to charge the Steva bomb up as well. The immortality out for Nebula and gone. The shatter comes out, it's 4 on the ground! As Chicky gonna find Stro. The tac visor coming out from Alex though, gonna find Cypher. Helen going for the res, gonna get it off, but Alex finds 2 more! But it's not gonna matter, it looks like Tiger's swinging that hammer around, finding a couple. We'll see if they can keep him alive as Chicky's gonna pop a visor of her own. Tiger finding Stro as well, the ball on point, Bulky trying to stall as much as possible. Alexi needs to just pop this tire to clear point off. Bob coming out on point, gonna be dropped in the corner. Helen going down to Treebeard Man who found a nice pick. Sai gonna chuck a bomb in just to clear point. Does find Tree as the skiller finds Chicky. Alex finding Cypher. And Nebula just needs to disengage. But no, they're not going to. The tire gonna come out now. It does find 2, but it's not gonna matter. There's no one else there.
Get some mercy.
A bit of an unfortunate. I mean, I honestly at that point probably hold the tire for last fight. I understand Alexi, like that was could have been a huge clutch tire, but you have 1 fight left. If you're Nebula, would have been nice to have it. Oh, and Cypher's down. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. As Tiger gonna have to just rush in and touch by himself, gets immediately deleted. As Nebula just having to stagger onto point now. Helen going down to Tree. Alex finding Chicky. Don't know if anyone else is even going to be able to touch here for Nebula, and that will be a hold for EZ on point B. Nebula did get 2 ticks though, so this is still very winnable, even if EZ is able to take point A.
What a series.
Absolutely.
What a nutty series.
Initiating match.
I would say on that defense, or on that attack rather, for Nebula, a little bit of an overinvestment on that second to last fight. I think you hold a couple of those ults, you know, you have a little bit of a better chance winning that. Of course, in the end, didn't really matter. Tree was able to find that early pick, and that just kind of sends you into panic mode immediately to try to find a quick touch.
Let's see.
Ready for battle.
Double shield spam?
We are seeing the double shield with the soldier, so Cypher likely just going to be pocketing Chicky. So clearly expecting the Pharah. And then on the side of EZ, looks like they're going to go with their own version of double shield with the Rhine Sig. Playing a sim Pharah though, so it's very interesting. Gonna look for to probably try to TP in behind Nebula, and then let Alex poke in from the off angles.
It's gonna be interesting to see with the teleporter. That is the key. They try to get a quick point.
Yeah, I mean, they could easily just TP to point and force Nebula to brawl with them, so we'll see what they opt to do, as Alexi does switch back over to the Cassidy, so no Junkrat here. They clearly are expecting the Pharah again. As the TP does come out, they go under the bridge and straight to point. Cat down immediately, though. Chicky, a huge pick. Helen very low, though, and Alex does find the kill. We'll see if Cypher goes for that res. It's not really going to matter, though, as Easy getting the cleanup. This is going to be a very quick take on the side of Effie Zulus, as it's just Tiger going to stagger himself out here. And that was a very fast take for Easy, very similar to how we saw Nebula's attack go.
Yeah, and Tree Bard is at 90 to the big photon barrier.
Yep, and like they're also coming up on Earth Shatter.
Let's put the Junkrat.
Yep, so we're gonna see the junk come out for that extra spam, and Nebula gonna need to hold this for 6 minutes to win this map. Definitely doable, as it looks like Easy is gonna try to just force this down mid and into a junk Orisa. Oh no, they TP up top! Throw very close to the shatter. We'll see if he can land a big one once he gets it online. It comes out, downs 2, and the picks are there. The follow-up, Easy getting the cleanup, and this might be it for the map. As the pin comes in, Chicky goes down as well. Nobody's gonna be able to touch from Nebula. That's it, map over. We're going to map 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Of the game.
Alexi does get the play of the game. It is going to be that rip tire. And though it was a very nice tire, the unfortunate part is no teammates were there, but it does happen. Very, very hard fought series we're witnessing here.
Alright, chat, so now it falls on you to pick a hybrid, or... No, not hybrid. It has to be a,
Escort or control.
That's right. Thank you, Sam.
Halo
so unfortunately...
King of the Hill.
No King's Row, unfortunately.
No Goat's Row.
I think we need to just make 5th map Paris all the time.
Oh, no. It's gotta be something that's, like,
we picked Maris.
unlikely to be drawn.
Have you ever seen a draw on Paris?
Actually, no, I don't think I have.
Exactly.
Let's see. I will look at what maps are available if chat is wondering.
What'd
Let's
they go
see.
first?
Nepal, so we have Busan, Ilios, Lijiang Tower, or Oasis, if you want a control map. We've got some picks for Escort already in the chat. The Escort maps are Havana,
Dorado.
Junkertown, Rialto, Route 66, or Watchpoint Gibraltar, as we have already played Dorado. Let's see. Right now, what we're getting in the chat is Lijiang or Rialto, Lijiang, or Rialto. It's kind of looking like it's gonna be Rialto. Let's see.
Solid
1,
map.
2, 3, 4. And Lijiang has 1, 2. Looks like just 2. It looks like we're gonna be going to Rialto. Let's see. Which is our escort map. Or extra escort map. I see what I did. I did not turn off Anubis. Let's fix that. Alright. Now that they know which map it is, let's see what their lineups are.
Okay.
And they will be switching sides as EV Zulus were the team that was losing a while ago, so now they will be on attack since the score is even again.
And we are just waiting on subs and readies from both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I mean, before we go into map 5, what a series! I mean, this is round 1, and the last 2 series of this round specifically, but the one again between what was it, Dragon's Breath and Straw Hats,
Mm-hmm.
and tonight. I unfortunately was unable to watch the game last night, but from what I've heard, it was pretty exciting. I mean, we've just had 4 absolute bangers in this round, because even the Valkyrie finding Nino game, even though it was a 3-0, was definitely a lot closer than that map score leads you to believe.
Definitely.
I mean, this is how you start the season 7 for mild tier and BT.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to take a moment to collect myself.
The mile tier is going to be absolutely nutty this year. Let it be known.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the teams have definitely shown that they are showing up to play.
A lot of great matchups this in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, this is our second 5-map series, and we're only in the first round. So it'd be interesting to see what changes EZ makes. Nebula, of course, no subs, unfortunately, so we'll see if they decide to swap anyone around on roles. For FE Zulus, I would not be surprised to see them pull their dive out again with the birds. It worked pretty well on Dorado, and I think that they could make it work here on Rialto, which is arguably a little bit of a better Pharah map with all the natural cover she has to play behind. But Sam, what do you want to see Nebula do here to try to pull this series out?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right. I have 2 ideas. Neither of them will probably be played in this game, and I completely understand it. First is just play a ball and just say, let's just harass the back lane. The second one is just get a pocket bastion and let the bastion just kill everybody.
Run a pirate ship.
We've seen everything else but a pocketed bastion. You might as well play a pocketed bastion. I'd also love to see a Torb hammer kill, but I'm probably not going to see it neither.
Just watch the Dragon's Breath Straw Hats game. It happened.
I need to watch that.
No, I mean, I could see that happening. You know, I don't know about the Bastion, but I definitely could see a Torb being played here. Personally, if I'm in comp games, I'm on defense, I prefer to play Torb on this map. Granted, I'm in gold, so, you know, take of that what you will on DPS. But no, I really would not be surprised to see EZ stick with that Pharah. It's been working. Alex has been making it work, and especially that last map, Alex and Tree played very well off of each other with that DPS line. So we'll see what they opt to do, but definitely seems like Stro and Bulky have been their tank line of choice tonight. Sammy and Mo, of course, played very well on Dorado, but Stro and Bulky have kind of gotten the, pardon the pun, bulk of the minutes at tank.
So I want to ask you a question. Looking ahead to next week, If this is nutty, how nutty do you think our BT community Diva Egg Pug game is going to be?
Oh, I'm sure that's going to be a lot of fun. Diva Egg is a interesting thing, I would imagine, to cast, but yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that will be next Friday for those that want to watch / participate. It's going to be nutty. We may even get Crow out there, doing some nutty things on the battlefield.
And speaking of participating, great segue. If you haven't already, don't forget to join our Discord. That way you can keep up to date on all of the BT, Mild, Verde, and Fire tiers for Overwatch. Of course, we've expanded to other games now. I know we got Halo, Call of Duty, I mean, you name it. We're becoming a full-on gaming server, not just Overwatch anymore. As it looks like for EZ, it'll be Moblack, Strozel on tank, Alex and Tree staying in on DPS, and then Cat and Token Bewit on support. So changing it up a little bit again for Nebula. Looks like the same lineup. So with them doing this, it'll be very interesting to see if they run that dive with the Pharah again. Because it was really giving Nebula trouble up until they got to that indoor stage on Dorado. I would not be surprised to see them stay on it. As for Nebula, I mean, honestly, I think you just keep running the double hit scan or go with that Soldier Reaper again. Just in case they come out on that Pharah, because Alex has been on a bit of a tear with that Pharah, and definitely, I mean, they've been doing a better job as this series has gone on of keeping Alex in check. But, man, that Pharah just provides so much pressure. As we were waiting for readies from Nebula.
Yeah.
Let's pose this to chat. Chat, who would be your MVP if you had to pick one for this game right now?
Swirling Crow.
Well, I mean,
Fine, Shady.
Oh my gosh.
Pro carries me.
Crow carries a lot of people.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes.
Crow, how do you keep your back in such good shape with all the carrying, dude?
Well,
like, you must throw it out.
The people that I quote unquote carry actually help me out a lot, so it's not really so bad. It's sort of a symbiotic relationship.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have, let's go. Map 5 of what has been one hell of a series to end round 1 here in BT Mild. I mean, the other way to look at this, if this is what Mild tier is going to be like, just imagine what Fire tier and Verde are going to be like once they get going full swing.
Welcome to Rialto.
Going to be some very interesting games.
Mm-hmm.
Initiating match.
It all comes down to this.
Yep, loading into Rialto. We'll see if FE Zulus decide to stay on this Pharah dive that worked pretty well on Dorado. Of course, winner of this map takes the series. We are on 5th map. This was chat pick, and honestly, I love chat for picking this. This is another fantastic map.
Ready for battle.
So,
If only it was goats, Hannah and King Drew would have been better.
I can't disagree with that.
Absolutely.
So for Nebula, it will be more the same with the Rhine Diva, Alexi on the Cassidy. Chicky gonna be playing the Junkrat. Very interesting. Typically, when you think of Nebula's DPS line, you think of Alexi as the Junkrat player if they don't have Psy on it. Cypher on the Mercy and Helen on the Baptiste. And, surprise, surprise, Alex on that Pharah. Treebeard Man on the Cassidy, Stro is on the Rhine, Moblack on the Diva. I mean, this is basically a mirror comp aside from the Junkrat and the Pharah.
4, 3,
We'll see which team is able to outspam the other.
attackers incoming.
As
Here we
Zulus
go.
They're going to be pushing out across this bridge. They don't really have to worry about any boot potential aside from the Junkrat. Treebeard Man already getting about half health, getting it topped off by his Mercy. As they're forcing Nebula back. Alexi already down. Alex finding the pick onto the Cassidy. Tiger holding a very, very aggressive angle. Going to back up to the corner. Sai already demeched, the immortality gone. Alex finding Sai as well. And that's pretty much the fight over. As Cypher gets pinned, Alex finds Chicky. Alex with a 3K in the fight, make it a 4K, finding Blue Tiger as well. And Mobak cleaning up Helen. Nebula should get another fight unless EZ holds aggressive, which they are definitely wanting to do. As Alex, Moblack, and Atcat are all holding very far forward. Tiger gonna be pinning in though, very alone, gets flashed and gonna be getting a lot of pressure, pinned by Strozel. Now Strozel and Narnia. It is. Strozel gonna pay with it for with his life for it, but I mean it's worth it. He's gonna get close spawn, and Cypher and Alexi both gone.
Oh, get the res!
Diving in, huge res by Cat as Alex gonna be finding Helen, and Nebula just trying to disengage without getting staggered anymore. As Chicky gonna be on the soldier now, trying to help pressure this far out. And I mean, if you're Nebula, you had to expect the far. Alex has been on it all day.
Side bomb
gonna come in, finds Treebeard Man, and they don't have res available. So if you're Nebula, you need to be pushing in now. That's massive. Sai going off the map though. Alex getting the boop. Alexi does find the barrage, and Alexi shuts it down. But the shatter coming out from Stro. Stro gonna be going down as well, and Blue Tiger with another pick finding Atcat. A very nice retake from Nebula, and they only had to burn Diva Bomb. They're gonna and Valkyrie. They're gonna have 4 ults online this fight. Meanwhile, they shut down the barrage and avoided any kills off of Strozel's shatter. But it's going to be 4 ults versus 4 ults here. We'll see who's able to get more value with them.
I will not waste this opportunity.
As both teams are going to be pushing in with an Amp Matrix. A Diva Bomb going to be coming out from the side of Nebula, but a Shatter on the side of... Or a Shatter on the side of Nebula, Diva Bomb on the side of EZ, my bad. As here's the Tac Visor from Chicky, and the Amp Matrix on top of it. The bomb from Moblack into the back, not going to find anything, and Moblack gets melted by Chicky. And that was a massive play by Chicky, able to put a lot of shield pressure out. Blue Tiger finding Alex with the Fire Strike. Alexi going down to Treebeard Man, who's holding up in that little hut area, or overpass, my bad. I can't even English, I swear I know how to talk. Blue Tiger finding Stro with the Fire Strike. Chicky gonna find Tree for the exit kills. And another fairly efficient fight on the side of Nebula, only using 2 ults. As EZ is going to be pushing in with 3 ults again. They have the Amp Matrix, the Deadeye, and coming up on another barrage as Alex is just getting this every other fight, it feels like. Sai trying to contest this high ground, not allow anybody to take it. Tiger going for the Shatter, goes right into the shield of Strozel. Here comes the Deadeye from Treebeard Man, a great job of kiting it by Nebula. Not going to allow any value from it. Unfortunately, they give up the corner and Chicky pays with her life. The Emor also getting used up by Nebula. The Shatter comes down and it's got 2 on the ground, but it doesn't look like any picks are going to come from it. Sai with the bomb does find the Emor, and it's another squish and kills Token Void as well, along with Treebeard Man. Sai with a 3K, make it a 4. Nebula going to hold this corner. They are not going to lose this that easily. And a fantastic disengage from them on that Deadeye from Treebeard Man. They gave up the corner. Chicky did end up dying, but they were able to get that nice recontest on the cart and then doing a fantastic job of playing around their ults. They have both DPS ults online again, along with Helen having that Amp Matrix, as it looks like EZ is going to push up through the stairs and through the little room. As we'll see what Alex is able to do with this barrage. First one got shut down. We'll see if they're able to get value with this one. Alex going down to Chicky. And Chicky is in a prime position to deny this res as well, as Blue Tiger coming up on this Shatter. The bomb comes out from Mo. And it does find Cypher, so that's the Mercy down. Stro gonna find a couple of kills. The Tac Visor coming out from Chicky. Tiger gonna find Stro. And it's trades both ways, but EZ coming out on top. They only have 2 alive for Nebula. Make it 1 as Tiger all alone. Gonna likely get picked off right here. Unless the peel comes out. It does not. The Shatter onto Sai from Strozel. And Alexi gonna pop the Deadeye, finds Tree, but it's not really gonna matter. Doesn't look like Nebula's gonna be able to touch here, and Easy will cap beat. These fights are sloppy, fast, and fun. Shatter coming out from Tiger, and he finds the both tanks with it, pinning Stro into the wall. The Emor down from Token Buit, and the Emor gonna come out from Helen to make sure that the backline stays alive. But a nice disengage from FE Zulus. They're gonna pop the Amp Matrix here just to make sure that EZ doesn't come back in, as Alexi's onto the Junkrat now, switching off of the Cassidy. So they're basically gonna rely on Chicky to deal with this Pharah, as it's about to be a triangle party here for EZ, as they are coming up on 5, potentially 6 ults if Strozo can get this Shatter quickly, versus just a Diva Bomb for the side of Nebula. Here comes the bomb. It's a very nice placement. Does find the Immortality Field. Chicky gonna get rezzed by Cypher. Buit getting the pick onto Helen. The Barrage comes out, finding Blue Tiger. That's 2 picks for EZ. Make it 4. Mo Black with the 2K bomb, finding the DPS. Nebula gonna disengage here. Cypher just hard-pocketing Sidomi to get him out of there and make sure that they don't get staggered. Nebula will get another fight here for sure. Stro holding on to this Shatter. Alexi though, this tire could be massive. She can find pay dirt with it. We'll see what they opt to do. As Blue Tiger having to rotate, looking to push this left little room here. Not really contesting cart, but Easy's not pushing it right now. Alex off on an off angle, trying to get a little poke in. Strozel pinning in, a nice counter pin from Blue Tiger. The Deadeye coming out from Tree does find Cypher, and the Shatter comes out from Stro. Not gonna find any not gonna find any kills with it, but it's not gonna really matter as the rest of EZ is there for the cleanup. It's just the Baby Diva on card. Sai gonna be dealt with, and that will be the cap with under a minute for EZ.
Whew.
I mean, these fights are happening very quickly.
They are.
They're fast, they're scattered, and honestly, I hope they're entertaining to watch for our viewers.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of action. Hardly ever a moment when something's not happening.
Absolutely. So under a minute in the time bank for EZ, and that's still very good for them. But Nebula, on the other hand, did a great job of getting them under a minute, which means even if they finish in overtime, it's going to be a very close time bank. We'll see what Nebula opts to do for their attack here, as it looks like EZ is going to be going with the Diva Rhine again. Alex staying on the Pharah, surprise, surprise. Treebeard Man on the Torb, so they're going for a very spam-heavy comp here. Cat on the Mercy, and Token Buit staying on the Baptiste. The support line's been doing work for EZ. On the side of Nebula, it will be the Rhine Diva, no surprise there. Alexi on the Reaper, Chicky gonna be coming out with the Pharah. He's gonna try to take this duel with Alex again. Cypher on the Mercy, and Helen on the Bap. The good news with this is Cypher can really focus all of her resources into Chicky and make sure that she's able to get maximum value. Blue Tiger going for the cheeky little pin across to the high ground. Holding a very interesting angle here. The team kind of just open to the spam. Alexi getting a little up close and personal with the tanks for EZ and gonna go down for it. We'll see if they go for the res. I would not imagine they will. Is Buit finding Helen, Buit finding Chicky as well. The Bap getting some big picks there. Is Alex gonna boot Sidomia? Blue Tiger does pin Alex. Not really gonna matter. I believe Cat does have res available, so it should be an easy res here. If not, Alex will be back by the time the next fight kicks off. Is Alexi gonna get off the Reaper and go over to the Soldier now? As we'll see how Nebula wants to approach this here. Is Chicky going around, taking this back angle flank with this Mercy Pocket. As the turret will be dealt with by Chicky. And Sai gonna dive the high ground. As it's just kind of fights taking place in 2 different spots. You have the high ground. Blue Tiger finds 2 with 1 swing, okay. As Alex and Stro both down, Cat might go for res here. She is going to, and she's gonna get away with it. Alex getting res right back. But then getting pinned by Tiger! Yeah, you got the res, but I'm taking you out. The bomb coming in doesn't really find anything. Treebeard Man finding Chicky. It does DMAC Mo Black. Alexi gonna take care of the turret. EZ will get a recontest here for sure. But with Mo dying, they might opt not to. It kind of depends on if they can find a kill here while Nebula is pushing this corner. But Nebula playing very smart, understanding that they don't want to give up that free pick, as Alex has this barrage online along with the Molten Core. Core coming out, the pin coming in from Stro. Stro is in Narnia and going to be dealt with by Psy. Molten Core going to zone them off of the cart though. Tiger going to pin to the cart, trying to stay out of it. The bomb going to come in, and it finds two. Tiger went down to Alex. Chicky did find the Pharah. It's not really going to matter though, as the damage is done by EZ. Nebula needs to disengage, as Token Bwit and Mo Black trying to take out Chicky before she gets back to spawn. She will get back and regroup with her team though. As ults online for both sides, both have that barrage online, both have the shatter, but Nebula with a bit more of an advantage coming up on the bomb, the attack visor, and the amp matrix. They're gonna be pushing in through this alley. We'll see what Alex is able to do here with this barrage as they go with an amp visor here. And Alexi find any value with it. The barrage coming out from Chicky will demech Mo Black. The shatter comes down from Stro. He finds 5, finding the kill onto Tiger. Chicky finding Stro, but Treebeard Man following up with 2 kills. Psy with the bomb onto Mo Black, but it's not gonna matter. Nebula down too many. And man, again, these fights happening so fast. Sam, what does Nebula need to do here to crack this defense?
Well, I would hate it's too late for swap, but maybe a Sombra, because a Sombra EMP or a hack on the Rhine would win you the team fight effective immediately. But it's too late for that. Maybe have Cypher Lily go Battle Mercy with infinite ammunition. Try to get Mo Black demech and try to just.
Good bees. Chicky finds the pick onto Alex, but Chicky gonna get traded out with Treebeard Man finding her. Cypher will get the res onto the Cassidy though, and I don't believe Alex was in a resful position. Blue Tiger gonna be looking for this shatter. The Molten Core coming out from Treebeard Man onto the cart, just gonna zone them off. Stro finds this pin onto Helen, but Stro in no man's land. Gonna be able to get out though. Tiger gonna look for this shatter, goes right into a shield, and the Amp Matrix coming out. The big barrage from Alex finding 3. And that might be enough as Mo Black's bomb finds Alexi, and that is gonna do it. The Lucio on cart just to stall, the shatter just to finish it off. EZ will take this in one hell of a 5-map series.
3-2.
Well, it looks like they were able to cash in those scrim bugs.
Yep, 5 maps and they win it, just like scrims. But I mean, Nebula has to get a lot of credit for how well they played in this game tonight. That was an amazing series. Big plays coming out from both teams.
Especially considering they've only got their 6. They played this 5-mapper.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Nebula, you hold your heads high after a series like that.
You do.
There were a few of those maps that they could have, like, especially not Dorado, especially Anubis. I think that map could have really gone either way.
Correct.
So, phenomenal map. We will be hopefully getting some people in for interviews here in a minute. And then after that, we will pick MVPs. But man, what a way to finish round 1 here in BT Mild. Man, 2 5-map games to start the season off out of the 4 that we had, and all 4 games very hotly contested.
What a series.
It was. I mean, it's going to be tough picking MVPs tonight. I can say that for sure. That was plenty of people very deserving of it. ET Mild, round 1, season 7. All we can hope is the rest of the season tops it, because that was insane.
Like Sai has left the building.
As he does. Sai, not really known
Sai.
for sticking around after a match, win or lose. He's usually off to the next one. GG, go next.
Yeah.
I respect it though. He always
I believe
brings a good game.
he does. I believe Nebula, at least with how long I've been in Bronze Tacos, has done one interview in about 2 years. So
not really known for their interviews.
Yeah.
Maybe if they win the championship, we'll see. But it would be kind of funny if they, they just like, yeah, we won. Oh,
Wait a minute,
whoa.
who is that?
We've got Alex, Stro, and Mo.
We got Stromo and then the other kid, Alex. That one dude who didn't do anything all game.
Right.
Right, yeah, that totally did do anything, wasn't barraging back lines or anything like that.
Road 'cause we needed a fill.
Hey, before we do anything, Mo Black, I just want to let you know I was wearing the Young Buck socks for you, man. You were
Hey,
doing
let's
some Diva bombs from the top rope like a macho man.
Super kick party. Let's go.
That's why he's my homie.
Oh, where's Stro? Is he in party chat? Hold on.
Gonna be fashionably late as usual.
Absolutely.
It happens.
I don't know. Okay, I guess he can continue. This is about the Stromo combo. I don't know where he is.
Well,
Hey,
first guy is
Stro's tagged out.
first off, congratulations on the win, guys. That was a hell of a game.
Right.
I hope it was as intense for you guys as it was for us casting it.
Right.
But first questions, just get it out of the way. You guys, first game of the season, and I know a lot of you guys are pretty new to playing together on a team with Easy. How are you guys feeling?
Alex, take it away, bud.
Oh man, I'm feeling great here. I mean, we've had limited scrim experience going into the start of the series, so I was a little worried about how we were going to be matching up against people, but it was a rocky start, but we definitely pulled together and did a really good job of figuring out what we needed to do to pull out a win here, and I think that is awesome.
Yeah, well said. Well said. We're very hyped. Yo, I flexed so hard after that time ran out that last map, dude. My arms were hurting. I flexed so damn hard.
Right.
Give that man some icy hut.
Oh man.
Well, let's start. Stro, you just joined in.
Sorry for the
Howard,
late join.
yeah, you're fine. You're always fashionably late. It's fine. We know you like the grand entrances.
Absolutely.
Bro, just to get your take on it, how are you feeling after that game? Because I know it's your first game of the season, and like I said to Mo and Alex, you guys are very new to playing with each other and Easy.
Yeah, super excited going into it, especially first season in Mild, because I only played Fire last season, so excited to play a role that I don't normally do. But we've been coming together pretty well, like you said, as a team that's new. I mean, I play with Mo a lot, and I play with Chuck. I'm on another team with Chuck, but I think our call-outs were on point, teamwork was on point, and the morale was just super high. That was a great game. Couldn't ask for a better first game.
Yeah,
For real.
said. I just want to say something real quick because I know I've told Stro this 1,000 times, but I want the universe to hear this. I'm so proud of his fucking Ryan. He was not trash, and he thought he was good, and now he's fucking good. I've been giving him little pointers, and every time we do a scrim, I watch him, specifically him, and he does everything. Dude, and he's gotten so much better. He used to hold fucking Fire Strike like it was an ult, and I told him, motherfucker, just launch that shit. Let's go aim it down something and hit it. And he's been getting so good at it, bro. He's been tracking people down with it now. It's night and day. I'm proud of you.
Definitely use Fire Strike more after he said that. That is facts.
Mo is big brain. He knows his stuff.
Sam Crow, do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, I'm wondering. specifically
Trying to collect my thoughts.
for Mo Black, because you've been able to tank in there with Strozel and Sammy. Do you feel like a difference between tanking with Stro and tanking with Sammy?
Definitely. And the reason is they both have their strengths. Sammy isn't a great Reinhardt as opposed to Stro. So when I know I play with Stro, I feel comfortable enough with him running the Rein that I don't have to do that. So that alleviates me to do Zarya. I could do Diva. I could do the Sigma. So when I'm with Stro, I know I can play those heroes. When it's Sammy, I know I got to take the Rein, and I'm 100% okay with that because he's a better off tank. Tank, so it works out. So he goes Diva, he goes Zarya to help me out, and he's always on my ass, which I love that. Like, he protects me, and he always makes sure he's on me. So it's a different play style between the two, but I can fluctuate between that, and it seems to work out. And we practice it pretty often too.
For sure, it definitely shows. Let's see. We've got about a minute left in this interview. Moving forward, like, it looks like you and Nebula are two of the strongest teams in the mild tier right now. Is there any other team that you're looking forward to facing off against that you feel like, yeah, they're a pretty strong team, or maybe they're like a fun team or something? Anybody like that?
Me personally, I want to go against Straw Hats. Because we have a couple friends on there, Honey, and I know a couple other guys, but Honey I know the most out of this crew. But when we scrim them, it's always a good time. Also, Silver Rings, it's like an honorable mention.
Silver Wings is the big one that I want to play against here. They're the team that we scrim the most, and it is always so back and forth.
Every game, it's so
I
good.
can contest.
Yeah, like, every game has been so good. So to me, that's an honorable mention just because we do it so often. But I want to do I want to do Straw Hats because, again, you have a little bit of a friendly rivalry there, and on top of that, they're a fucking stacked team.
Nice. Well, you won't have to wait too long for that because it is coming up next Monday, pending reschedules.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, Mo. We were testing the game. It was going back and forth, and one of our guys said, "What's your opinion on that?" And I said, to quote the great people, I said, "It's like the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers in the steel cage match. It's that nutty, fam."
Oh yeah, that was a great match. If y'all are wrestling fans, I mean, y'all won't get it, but if you are, just look that up. It was a great match. But all right, y'all, thank y'all for casting. I'm gonna watch the replay, and I know Shady likes to get hype in chat, so I can't wait to see what he said about my 6K slam, son. My 6K slam. I want to watch that.
Yeah, that was a joint match. I saw that.
This match was way too hyped to not go back and rewatch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I'm gonna have a voice tomorrow, thanks to the show you guys put on. So, but we really appreciate it.
Shout out to Nebula. I know you were running late. Shout out to Nebula. Y'all an amazing team. We'll see y'all later. I know we will meet again. Y'all look cracked. So I'm out. Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Good
Thank
one,
you guys
Goodbye,
for the
good
game.
All right.
And with that, it's time to pick MVPs. I'm only good at picking DPS MVPs, so I'm probably gonna pick one of those out.
I'm gonna say.
Well,
I'm gonna
why don't you just go first,
Sidomia
Crow?
for Nebula.
Okay.
Wait, what was that, Sam?
I think Sidomia for Nebula. Because don't forget, on Dorado, he had, a 25-person kill streak.
Yeah, there's
but a 25-player kill streak is a 25-player kill streak.
Usually, no doubt in my mind. If Sai's in the server, he's usually MVP in my mind. Yeah. So that would be for Nebula, for Eephys, their DPS and support. For DPS, it's kind of a tough pick.
Also,
like, I'm thinking between like Alex and Treebeard, man. And it's so hard. Like, I want to say Treebeard, man, just because his hero pool looks really similar to mine. He likes to play the Tracer, he likes to play the Ashe, and he's like really good at them too. But like
bias.
Alex, though, they did a lot of work on the far. They gave Nebula a lot of trouble with that. So, like, I'm just gonna have to pick Alex. as the DPS.
You want to give it to Tree, that caster hero pool bias. Come on, Crow.
I know, I want to, but I have to be unbiased, and Alex did have a very good showing. Treebeard Man also great showing. Honestly, everybody in this match, we've been saying it almost all match. It's gonna be hard to pick MVPs.
It's very difficult for MVPs. I think for support, I don't know, man. Support's a tough one for me. I
say Cat because
Yeah,
Cat got a lot of risky reses that she shouldn't have pulled up.
That's what I was gonna say. I think at Cat for me for support, for the simple fact that not only were her reses very good, but I mean she was doing a fantastic job of enabling Alex and whoever else was on DPS, along with when she wasn't on the Mercy, she still played very well. So
yeah,
I don't know. That was a crazy game.
Usually a safe bet. If they're not stopping her reses, then she usually looks very MVP-esque in her matches. Yep, so that sounds good. We'll have Sidomia as the tank MVP, Alex as the DPS MVP, and AtCat as the support MVP. But that will be it for our Model Tier Round 1 matches. Tune in next Monday, January 1st, 7 p.m. Central for Efi Zulus versus Straw Hats. We're going to get to see Efis play again. A pretty quick turnaround. And that will be starting our round 2. Map pools Busan, Blizzard World, Havana, and Hanamura, if you're interested. Please join us again. I've been Swirling Crow on the cams, joined by Shady Boy 76 and Big Sam, baby!
Yes.